All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba Shem Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, who rule well and who taught me this truth. And shalom to you sincere Akim out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, Adawan Ratazah, this will be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go into Rakah Quadash. And I saw a couple brothers, they posted this article or screenshots of this story in the news about basically, as you can see on the screen, the Navy is no longer requiring you to have a high school diploma or a GED to join. Okay, they're lowering their standards. Beautiful times that we're living in, man. Yapa, exhilarating, exciting times for the elect of Yasharallah. Horrific times for the rest of you. As it says in Ecclesiastes, there's a time and place for everything, and we know we're in the time of war. We're in the time of evils, pestilences, judgments. We're at the brink of Jacob's trouble. We're at the brink of the third world's war, the third's woe. The return of our Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. The deliverance of Yasharallah. The judgment of these heathens. Beautiful times, man. Our redemption truly is nigh. This place is through. Okay? So, again, like I said, I saw a couple brothers, they posted this, and, of course, Jeremiah 51 and 30 was screaming in my mind, man. Screaming in my mind. We've been talking about this. This is an ongoing theme in Babylon. And matter of fact, the whole chapter is good. I'm not going to read it for the sake of time because I want to read a little bit of the articles, to show you that it's a valid report. It's actually straight off of the Navy website. They're reporting that. Okay. But yeah, the whole chapter is good. Jeremiah 51. The main point was 30 was screaming in my mind. Okay. And this isn't talking about ancient Babylon. Okay. This is talking about modern day Babylon. When you start from the top and read it all through, you can see it's talking about the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, Mystery Babylon. Okay, the daughter of Babylon, the virgin daughter of Babylon. America is also known as what? Spiritually Sodom and Egypt, the land of Assyria, modern day Assyria, Nineveh, Idumea, Basra, Uz. All these ancient civilizations and kingdoms is synonymous for America, man. Okay? And chiefly when you read Jeremiah 51, as you can see on the top, the blue letter titled it, Babylon Judged, right? It's about recompenses coming for what you did to what? The sins against Yasharallah, Israel, for touching the apple of the Lord's eye. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. All right, and this place is ultimately going to go out with a big bang. And what's going to do that? The ICBMs, the thermonuclear, it's going to be thermonuclear destruction. Okay? But prior to that, this place is going to be ravished. Okay? Man, beautiful times that we're living in. Beautiful times. I had another heading that I wanted you to see. I thought where was it? Salakia. Babylon's great punishment. Okay? So again, this chapter's not talking about ancient Babylon, which is that land is still people. There's still people that reside in that land. Okay, it's ancient Babylon is modern day Iraq. Okay, this is talking about modern day Babylon, mystery Babylon, America the Great. Okay, and again, the whole chapter is fire, man, literally. Okay, but the main point is Jeremiah 51 and 30. This was screaming in my mind the whole time. The mighty men of Babylon we brought it out over and over. We've been telling you how they've been lowering the standards to join all these different what they call them servicemen, military men, whether it's the Marines, whether it's be the Navy, as you're gonna see, whether it be the Army, you know, all the standards to join all these. I'm pretty sure even the law enforcement, all the standards around this bitch is being lowered, because these GMO babies, these generation X, Z's, whatever the hell you call them, millennials, they're weak, they're effeminate, you know, they're fucking retarded. Excuse my French, you know, which retarded, we know that just means slow of mind, you know, and they lack patriotism, you know, they're completely destroyed, you know. You could thank your daddy Esau Edom for that. So across the board, they've been lowering the standard for everything. You know, that's why they were talking about I was watching Salaka kind of ranting, but how they were talking about the Alaska Boeing airplane that the door blew out. They were blaming equality for the reason why that happened, because they said the owner of that airlines or whatever, he started hiring people not based upon their merit or their experience, but equality. They wanted a diverse workforce. They didn't want just a bunch of old white men, you know, roughly paraphrasing, which a lot of times those are the ones that were with the experience. They were in the Air Force or whatever, and they worked on, you know, jets and stuff. They had actual experience, but no, they wanted, you know, a lot of women, a lot of so-called minorities, you know, a lot of transformers, you know, people that didn't really fit, you know, didn't know what the hell they was doing, for lack of better words, you know, and that's how this place, man, it's destroyed. It's destroyed, man. Yahweh Shai truly has mingled the perverse spirit in this bitch, man, causing Egypt to err, you know, and stagger in their vomit as a drunk man staggers in their vomit. So again, the main scripture is Jeremiah 51:30. The whole chapter is good, but this is the main point, and I'm gonna get to the articles and close it out. Again, you know, the inspiration came from them brothers that you know, were posting their support. This scripture was, as soon as I saw that, this scripture was screaming in my mind, man. Okay, Jeremiah 51:30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. The real mighty men, the strong men, the men with actual experience, Vietnam and combat veteran soldiers, they no longer have allegiance to this country. Okay, they're actually coming against their government, their leaders, which we know that's all prophecy, sedition. There shall be sedition in the streets, invading one another. That's what's going on allegedly today, Monday. They supposed to be a bunch of hundreds of thousands of truckers allegedly making their way down to the Texas border. You know, civil wars are brewing. A lot of those men, a lot of the people that are bucking up against Biden and their politics, their agenda, or military men, servicemen, former law enforcement, you know, people formerly in government, you know, and they understand how government truly works. They understand how government will abuse their power, and how they want to really just, government is all really about controlling the people, and they're tired of it, and they're about to lash out, and that's all prophecy, you know. They're not re-enlisting, you know. And then again, like I said, these damn millennials, they ain't enlisted in the first damn place. So they got to put all type of incentives, you know, sign on bonuses and all, you know, promise them the world. And it still ain't working. The recruiting numbers at an all-time low. Meanwhile, your enemies, these other nations, Gog, Magog, you know, Iran, the Persians, you know, Moab, China, you know, North Korea, these different, the BRICS, oh, they call it, what they call it? There's an alliance of so-called Arab nations that are against, I think what they call it, the resistance. I forget what they call it, but there's a whole alliance of of Arab nations that are coming against the West. You know, and they're having no problems recruiting. Their recruiting is at an all-time high. You know. But hey, this place is through. So it says the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might have failed. They have become as women. Not to mention a lot of them are, again, transformers, transitioning, you know, and what the this damn devil said that if you're in the military, they'll pay for everything, and if you're transitioning, you're not going to get deployed, Not to mention they're boasting all their recruitment videos is boasting about equality, Damn, this place is through. It says they have burned her dwelling places, her bars are broken. And I get it real quick in the NLT, and then I hit the article and close out. Again, read the whole chapter. The whole chapter is fire, literally. Jeremiah 51:30 in the NLT, it says her mightiest warriors no longer fight. Yeah, they're on the damn, they joining the militia. They joining the National Guard, and they're coming against, the federal government, It says they stay in their barracks, their courage is gone. You got Colonel McGregor. He's always saying that it's futile effort for America to go up against Iran and Russia and China. He said they're gonna lose miserably. Their courage is gone. How has the hammer of the earth been broken asunder? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai did it. By what? Making the weak say I'm strong. Having Gog and Magog being a guardian to these nations. These nations have been preparing themselves. I was just watching Canadian Prepper. He was going into how Iran, America and Israel, or chiefly Israel. Israel has been constantly provoking Iran into war. And Iran just been sitting back and just taking them licks. They assassinated, Soleimani, if I said that right. They've been, just constantly punching them, jabbing them, sticking them in the side. And Iran just been sitting back and taking it. And what they've been doing the whole time, they've been preparing themselves, waking up their mighty men, getting everything in order. And now you see they're ready to go. Now they're fighting back. They're striking back. Okay? The weak are now saying they're strong. Okay? Beautiful times. Her mightiest warriors no longer fight. They stay in their barracks. Their courage gone. You even got these law enforcement agencies, man. These different law enforcement agencies, if you notice, they're not really patrolling the streets like they used to be. A lot of times they call it silent quitting. They're on the job still, but a lot of them, if it causes, if it's going to be a gunfight or something like that, or it's going to get a major altercation, they're taking their time getting to the scene. They showed you that at that school when there was that mass shooting. How they waited before they went in. They're not risking their lives like that. They just did to collect a check, pretty much. A lot of these LEOs. Okay? So it says, her mightiest warriors no longer fight. They stay in their barracks, their courage gone. They have become like women. The invaders have burned the houses and broken the city gates. And the gates are pretty much wide open at the border. Hey, man, this place is through. Your part-time. So, I was going a little bit longer than I wanted, but I just wanted to show you that it's a legitimate report. The Associated Press. Okay? No diploma, no problem. Navy again. It's an ongoing problem they're having. They keep having to lower the standards. They keep lowering the bar more and more. I'm entitled this video, Desperate Times Calls for Desperate Measures. Navy again lowers requirements as it struggles to meet recruitment goals. That's how we know a draft is coming. A draft is coming. All in Europe, all in the UK, they're talking about drafting. Okay, all in Germany, they're talking about war. This is the time that we're living in. Okay, it says the Washington AP, Associated Press, the U.S. Navy is starting to enlist individuals who didn't graduate from high school or get a GED, because you're just fodder, fuel for the fire. Okay, you're gonna be on the front lines. You know, you know. They don't expect you to last. Okay. Oh boy, you just a body. You know. It says the U.S. Navy is starting to enlist individuals who didn't graduate from high school or get a GED, marking the second time in about a year that the service has opened the door to lower performing recruits as it struggles to meet enlistment goals. And that's why you see the borders are wide open. And everybody's talking about who do you chiefly see coming across the borders? Men of a military age, fighting age. Okay. Again, this was another the same articles, the same reports, just showing you that it's valid. U.S. Navy drops high school diploma requirement. The Navy is facing historic recruitment shortfalls. Not just the Navy, all of the all of them whatever you call them, service people, service whatever the hell you call them, the Marines, the Army, all of them. Service will no longer require a high school diploma or GED to enlist. So they probably not even taking that exam. I remember there used to be an entrance exam, and back in the day, from what I recall, I think the highest, depending on I forget how it went, but you had to take, if you wanted to join the military, you had to take a test, and based upon how well you did on the test, that determined what branch of the military. That's what it is, military branches. What branch of the military you were allowed to go into. The top of the creme de la creme was the Air Force, and then it was the Navy, and then it was the Marines, and then the Army. The Army is like the low, So this shows you the times that we're living in. Second time in a year, the Navy has opened the door to lower performing recruits. Another article. No diploma, no problem. Navy, again, lowers requirements as it struggles to meet recruitment goals. Okay? Let's see. The U.S. Navy is starting to enlist individuals who didn't graduate from high school or get a GED, marking the second time in about a year that the service has opened the door to lower performing recruits as it struggles to meet enlistment goals. The decision follows a move in December 2022 to bring in a larger number of recruits who score very low. See, there is a test. The decision follows a move in December 2022 to bring in a larger number of recruits. Really a bunch of jarheads. They literally really a bunch of jarheads. I can't wait to watch Elder Malcolm I know he's going to speak on this because he was in the military. So it says the decision follows a move in December 2022 to bring in a larger number of recruits who score very low on the armed service qualification test. Both are fairly rare steps. Yeah, it's rare. The only time you will see something like this happen is if there's a major war about to pop off. Same thing happened in World War I and World War II. They just needed bodies. See? We right there, baby. We right there, man. We're close. Our redemption is nigh. But one major prophecy has to take place first, which we all know. We waiting on that. That digital that charagma being made mandatory. That RFID CHIP. Both are fairly rare steps that the other services largely avoid or eliminate, even though they are all finding it. They are all military branches, even though they are all finding it increasingly difficult to attract the dwindling number of young people who can meet the military's physical, mental, and moral standards. They're weak. They're weak physically, spiritually, and mentally. They can't go through no fucking boot camp. They're going to tap out. They have become as women. Women. This place is through. So again, straight off of the Navy Times, you know, it's the point, man. You get the idea. Do your own due diligence. Breaking news, breaking news. Navy to allow those without high school diploma to diploma or GED to enlist. Okay? The Navy said Friday that it will allow those without a high school diploma to enlist as long as they score a 50 or higher on the Armed Forces Qualification Test. That all prospects must take the latest move to boost recruitment in the face of an historic recruiting crisis reverberating across the services. Those without a general educational development or GED credential will also be able to enlist as long as they hit that test score threshold, according to the Chief of Naval Personnel's office. And I know how a lot of times these jobs and shit are. A lot of times they'll feed you the answer. I can only imagine. They just, spoon feeding them. I could just imagine, Damn, this bitch is through. Beautiful times, man. Anyway, with that being said, keep pushing, keep fighting, man. Our redemption truly is nigh. Shalom. Wa abad babal. Kwam Yasharala.